My name is Bill Jones. I'm president. I happen to have the honor of being president of Honor Flight Long Island, and there's no better way to start off this beautiful day than by hearing a rendition of God Bless America. This gentleman that's going to sing for you, his name is Eric Wiebold. His dad was a World War II veteran, and in 2014 he was a guardian for his World War II father. He's going to lead us all in God Bless America. Give it up for Eric, please.
I need your help on this. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Not bad, right? Not bad. All right, so you can all be seated. Jeff, are you ready, sir? I'd like to introduce one of our board members, Jeff Rosenking. We have a special program. He's going to tell you all about it.
Good morning, Honor Flight Long Island. How about another hand for Eric Wiebold? Veterans, this day is about you. Guardians, thank you for being here and supporting our veterans. What you're doing today makes a difference. Honor Flight Long Island makes a difference in veterans' lives. We're so appreciative to have all of these veterans here with us today. And we're very honored to escort you to Washington, D.C. to see your memorials. There's an additional program that we sponsor and support, and it's to honor other veterans. These two gentlemen in the photos to my right. And this is called the Flags of Our Heroes program. These veterans have never been on an honor flight and have passed away. So we are taking their photos down to Washington, D.C. with the flag, and we will take a picture in front of their memorial, where there is a memorial for one. You'll learn about these veterans in a second. So we want you to understand and learn something about them. So for the first veteran, I'm going to invite up Erica Connolly to speak about the veteran she's sponsoring.
Hi, I'm Erica Connolly. Today I have the privilege to not only spend the day with you all, but also honor my very good friend, Major MacArthur. He's this one right here. We grew up together in Deer Park, and after college he entered OCS and became a Cobra pilot in the Marine Corps. Matt's first and second deployments were throughout the Middle East and Djibouti as part of the MEU flying squadrons. After 8 years as a pilot, his third deployment was on the ground in Afghanistan as part of the 2nd Anglico Special Forces. For this service, Matt was awarded the U.S. Navy and Marine Corps Commendation Medal. Unfortunately, his last deployment also brought upon him the hidden wounds of war. His concussions only enunciated the intensity of the PTSD he was experiencing. I know I am speaking the language of so many veterans. This is a battle no one should fight alone. Thankfully, Matt's strong faith in God was carrying him through, helping him navigate this frequent struggle. On June 10, 2024, he passed away from a heart attack. He was a natural leader, a true friend, and epitomized every aspect of Semper Fidelis. He appreciated my love for veterans and long-winded stories of all the the amazing experience that have come throughout the years with Honor Flight. I had always promised him I would be his guardian, and am beyond grateful that Honor Flight has allowed me this opportunity to keep my promise, even if not the way I had once imagined. He was like a real brother to me, and today means more than I can express. Major Castagna, thank you for your service and your friendship.
Thank you, Erica. And I want to tell you a little something about World War II veteran Joseph Patsy Anastasio. Mr. Anastasio registered for the draft, but wasn't called to serve until he was 33. He was married to his wife Emma and later had 2 sons, 4 grandchildren, and 9 great-grandchildren. Mr. Anastasio served in the Army as a private first class in the 71st Infantry Unit. He went to Europe and was part of the Rhineland campaign. While there, he earned the Combat Infantry Badge, the European, African, Middle Eastern Campaign Ribbon. During a fierce battle, mortar shelling made everyone take cover in the trenches. Many were wounded, including Mr. Anastasio. But because he was older than the others, he let the younger soldiers go first for medical treatment. This delay and his injuries caused him to lose his right arm. While he was still in the hospital, he started helping other wounded men that were there, and when he came home, he continued doing the volunteer work he loved at the St. Albans VA hospital. He logged in thousands of hours of volunteer work. Mr. Anastasio was awarded the Purple Heart, the Good Conduct Medal, and the Bronze Star for heroism. He was an active member of his VFW and served as commander of the local DAV, Disabled American Veterans. He received the Man of the Year Award in 1974 for all he did for his fellow veterans. He was truly a remarkable and well-loved man. Mr. Anastasio, thank you for your service to our country. And these photos, once we bring them back from Washington, we will then present them to the members' families at our reunion in August. I now turn it back to Honor Flight President Bill Jones.
So, ladies and gentlemen, government often gets a bad rap, but I've got 2 great stories this morning to mention to you. One about the town of Southampton, which I'll get to briefly in a moment. But first, the town of Islip, where we sit right now, has been a great supporter of Honor Flight from the very beginning, and we really couldn't pull this off without the cooperation of people like Mike Stack over here and his crew that helps make it a smooth, and with the TSA. Everybody here supports what we do, and they go out of their way to make sure that our day is successful. And of course, we're very thankful for that. We have several board members from the town of Iceland with today, and we have the commissioner of MacArthur Airport, Shelley, who's going to introduce them, and they have a few words to say to us all this morning. Shelley.
My name is Shelley LaRose Arkin. I'm the commissioner here at Long Island MacArthur Airport, and I have the distinct pleasure of introducing to you 2 members of our town board. Apologies on behalf of the town supervisor for not making it here today, and John Lorenzo, one of our town board members, who this is his district, and he supports the airport very strongly. But it is with pleasure that I introduce to you Jorge Madrone and also Mike McElroy. Before I turn it over to our councilman for brief remarks, I would like to just thank all of the companions and all of our veterans, companions for coming here and supporting our veterans, and our veterans for serving our country so very well. You're a terrific group of people. I know this is a beautiful day, and I'd also like to thank Southwest and the members of the Honor Flight Association for their contributions, and also HMS Host, who is our concessionaire who provided all of the donuts and coffee for you this morning. So let me turn it over to Mr. Guadalajara first, and then Mr. McElway.
Good morning, everyone. I want to hear a round of applause for yourselves, please. Let's do it. Yes. I'm Tarahumara Councilman Jorge Guadron. I represent North Bay Shore, Brentwood, and areas of Central Islip. As a matter of fact, the council member who represents this area is on his way. He's through security right now. There's always not enough thank you for all of you have done for our country, for our families. If it hadn't been for your sacrifices, we wouldn't be having this precious moment. I just want to say thank you again. Enjoy your trip, enjoy your tour in DC, and your flight all the way back and forth. Thank you again. Enjoy. God bless you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Councilman McElway. I represent Council District 3, which is West Islip, Bayshore, Bright Waters, and Fire Island. And first of all, I want to thank everyone. Thank you for your service. Thank you for the companions that put this together. I actually learned about this. I was at the local AMVETS in Bayshore. I was at a dinner for them for one of their anniversaries. And I sat with someone who was one of the companions on the honor flights and told me about this. And it's such a cool event, such an amazing thing, and such a great thing. And she explained to me how I think it used to start a lot earlier in the morning. She told me that they would be here at 5 o'clock in the morning, and just the whole thing, and how you're going to go on this journey today. And it just really is good. And thank you to everybody at the airport for making this happen. It's not easy to just throw together presentations in the middle of the waiting area of the airport, getting us all through today. And thank you, and enjoy the day, and thank you again.
Okay, so that's a great big shout out to the town of Islip for all that they have done. In 2007, I was working for the town of Southampton, and by serendipity, a gentleman by the name of Chris Kosick, who, along with his wife, Anka, put the very first Honor Flight Long Island together in the fall of 2007, and he and I went to the town board of Southampton, and we asked if the town would be willing to sponsor this effort. And from the very beginning, it has been a unanimous 110% support of everything that we do, and we couldn't do it without the resources that they've made available to us throughout all the years. I never thought I'd ever get emotional about talking about a town government, but goodness gracious, but we're just so thankful for them. And throughout the years since then, since 2007, we have had so many public officials coming on our flights as guardians. And it's a testament to their devotion to this program as well. It's just not, they just don't talk about it, but they do it. And we happen to have 3 public officials from the town of Southampton with us today who are serving as guardians. The first is Marietta Seaman. Marietta, would you stand up, please? Thank you. She's a former town clerk in the town of Southampton, and she dragged along her husband, Chuck. We're happy to have Chuck along with us as well today. Ann Welker is the current Suffolk County legislator from the 2nd District here on Long Island. Ann is with us today. Ann, hand up please. She's also a former Southampton Town trustee, guarding our bays and all of our waterways for many, many years. We're thankful to have her. Her aide, Cheryl Rossi, is with her today as well. And then we have Terry Kiernan. Terry, please stand up. Terry is the current receiver of taxes of the town of Southampton. We're going to take a brief break. because John Lorenzo, who represents this district from the town of Iceland, yeah. Are you ready, sir? All right, good. Hey, John.
Good morning. I apologize, I'm a few minutes late, my little schedule conflict. Thank you for having me here today. I'm honored to speak regarding this honor flight, and thank you to all the veterans that are here. We couldn't be here doing this without you. What a great opportunity to all the veterans to get flown down to Washington, Southwest. Thank you for doing what you do for this. I hope you guys enjoy, and girls enjoy all the festivities and fun and the food down there. And once again, thank you so much for your service, and have a great day. God bless.
Very much appreciated. And I also like to mention the following, and that is we have the commander of the Brookhaven Veterans Association with us, Erica Heinesen. Erica, where are you, dear? There she is. Stand up, girl. Come on. A United States Navy veteran herself. Also, Jane Kropczak is a board member of the Honor Flight Long Island, and she came to us through being a volunteer at the Brookhaven Lab, Veterans Association. Jane, where are you, dear? She's right there. Say, yep. Along with Erica from the Veterans Association of Brookhaven Lab, we have Deb Thomas. Deb, where are you, dear? And as a veteran, a long-time employee at the Brookhaven National Lab, we have Austin Gwilt. Austin, where are you, sir? Thank you for your service. And his guardian is Christy Kennedy. Next, as you will see in the Where When You Serve booklets, and we sincerely hope that you actually take the time to read through not only your veteran's story, but many of the other stories as well. They're all very intriguing and interesting, and you learn so much about our fellow Americans by reading those Where and When You Serve booklets, throughout the day or when you get home to peruse them a little bit later on. But if you'll notice in one of the first pages, we note that this particular trip has been paid for by the Hicksville Veterans Association. Where all of our veterans are flying today because of their generous donation to our effort. This happens to be the second time that they have done that. Our previous flight last fall was also paid for, and we really appreciate it. And as well, they made a specific request, which you probably also noticed, that we do this trip in honor of Jamie, where are you, dear? And her dad. So anyway, it says in there that Jamie is a magician, and I think that's a very apt description of what this girl does. Just as an example, it was her insistence that we do this flight this weekend prior to the implementation of Real ID. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! We would have had to send people out all over Long Island checking ID, real IDs for everybody if it had been any later than that. So we're really thankful for everything that she does, and it's also in honor of her father, Gary Cunningham, who was a Vietnam veteran who we lost just a few months ago. So in honor of these two people, this flight we dedicate today. I want to mention that Erica Connolly, who came up here and was part of the presentation just a moment ago, was one of our earliest board members for Honor Flight Long Island, and we're just so delighted to have her back with us today, serving as a guardian and being able to present, make that presentation for her great friend. Want to thank HMS Host and everybody here. HMS Host, again, as Shelley indicated, provides all of the coffee and donuts and bagels and stuff, and we're really appreciative of their efforts and what they do for us here on Flight Day. I want to mention something. On this flight, we have 12 Korean veterans. We couldn't be happier at Honor Flight Long Island than to have 12 Korean War veterans with us today. Oh, just got corrected. Even better, 14. You know, it's curious that we haven't had the number of Korean vets sign up for this trip as we thought. There is a huge Korean War population here on Long Island, and for some unknown reason, to me anyway, they've been slow in signing up. And just as an example, we have now close to 200 or maybe over 200 Vietnam veterans ready to fly with us. So, and that's wonderful, and we're going to keep this baby going, for years to come to ensure that every one of those has this opportunity. But the Korean guys, I don't know, I just don't know where they're hiding out, but it's just so wonderful. Because listen, you'll hear the message today about the Vietnam War and how terrible the reception was when they when those guys came back from Southeast Asia. But truly, as a veteran myself, I understand and appreciate that compared to World War II and the reception that they all got when they came home, the Korean War is, as the saying goes, the forgotten war. And so we love the fact that we have the ability for us and for the people that will meet on the ground in Washington to be able to say thank you for your service to these guys as well, because they certainly deserve it. That war was no fun, ladies and gentlemen. It was, anyway, it was no fun, but we're thankful that they're on board with us today. And with that, I will turn to somebody to ask, is there anything else that I've missed at all? Hope you all have a wonderful day. Anything that you need, you let us know. Roger Kilfoyle is the Vice President of Honor Flight Long Island. He's going to say a few words to the Guardians, last minute instructions. He'll be coming up here shortly. As you know, ladies and gentlemen, this is a shortened day, so we want to keep things moving and just be aware of time. And the one thing I want to mention is that we're scheduled to be at the Lincoln Memorial at 3:30 this afternoon for our group photo. Keep that in mind, that's kind of an important time. We have to be at Arlington at 4 o'clock for the 4:30 changing of the guard. So if you're out there wandering around and you realize it's getting close to 3:30, be sure to get to the Lincoln right away. And with that, I'll turn it over to Roger.
Thank you, Bill. Good morning, Long Island.
Good morning, Roger.
I'd like to say hello to my fellow veterans, and today is all about you. I know that the majority of our Guardians have attended our virtual or in-person training session. I just want to review a couple of safety tips. These are very important. The safety, well-being, and enjoyment of our veterans is our highest priority today. So, in general, to my Guardians, be alert, be ready, and repeat and relay any instructions to our veterans. I think I would advise you also to get your veterans' cell phone numbers so that when you take some photographs of your veteran and some events, you can send them to their family so that they can share in their veterans' experience simultaneously. Learn if your veteran is taking any medication today. Make sure he takes it. Also observe your veteran, see how strong he is and what type of endurance he has this morning throughout the day. This way you can recognize if your veteran is getting weak, tired, or dehydrated. In fact, when our veterans get thirsty, it's too late. They're already dehydrated, so keep them hydrated. Bathrooms. The best place to use a bathroom is right here at our terminals. There is a bathroom on the bus. I wouldn't suggest using that, but we do have one on the bus. There is a bathroom, or there are bathrooms at the World War II memorials, the Air Force Memorial, and the Marine Corps memorials if we should go there. But again, the best place to use the bathroom is at the airplane terminals. Okay. I would encourage you to read our Where You Serve booklet. This is the opportunity to get a booklet. If you didn't get your booklet, get one now before we leave this terminal, because it's hard to get them after that. Wheelchairs. You know, there are a couple of opportunities or times where a veteran is vulnerable to falling and slipping, and that is getting in and out of a wheelchair. I know it's real easy to just lean against the wheelchair and grab your veteran by the shoulders and ease him into the chair. But the truth is, put the brakes on. It takes literally 2 seconds. Put the brakes on, let your veteran grab the armrest and lower himself into the chair. Likewise, when your veteran is getting out of the chair, please have the brakes on. Many times when you're getting up, your calves will push the wheelchair back and our veteran may find himself on the ground. We're lucky we've had a great safety record here with On a Flight Long Island, but we have had accidents, so please, let's not add to that. Okay, the aircraft. When we're boarding the aircraft, please have your veteran have his boarding pass ready so we can expedite the movement into the aircraft. Southwest is going to allow our veterans to board the aircraft first. To our other passengers, thank you for allowing us to board first. We will reciprocate that courtesy by staying on the aircraft when we land and allow the other passengers to deplane before us. Just a common courtesy. Big detail. When our veterans are going down the jetway, our guardian is going to escort or push the wheelchair towards the threshold of the aircraft. Our guardian will go in the aircraft. A honor flight board member, probably me, will be helping that veteran out of the chair and handing him off to the guardian. I expect the guardian to hold the bags. I don't want my veteran to have anything in his hand except his cane, if that's what he uses. The first 3 rows on the aircraft, and the bus for that matter, are reserved for our least able veterans. So please, when you get on the aircraft, work your way to the back of the aircraft. And please put your veteran in a window seat if he is so able. On the bus. Very dangerous going up and down the stairs. You're a bus captain. I am one of the bus captains. I'm bus number 1. Bill Donahue, where are you? He is bus number 2. We will be standing at the foot of the stairs. We are going to have our guardian come out of the bus first, ahead of his veteran. He's going to stage a wheelchair. I will coach and assist the veteran. The bus captain will coach and assist the veteran to getting down the stairs. We will sit him in the seat. The guardian automatically will have the brakes on and have the wheelchair ready. As soon as that veteran is seated, I will help get his feet on the footrests, and the guardian takes the brakes off and heads off. Okay. I would like to introduce to you our medical liaison, Jennifer and Hector. I'm going to, round of applause. You know, on a flight Long Island, almost 20 years we've been bringing veterans to Washington, D.C. And there is a tremendous burden to ensure the safety of all of our veterans and the health of our veterans. And it is wonderful to have professionals release some of that burden from us. Some of us are first responders, some of us are not. But it's certainly wonderful to have a professional. So a couple of words of advice from our staff, Hector and Jen. Jen?
Good morning, everyone. Most of you I've either met or chatted with or spoke to, but I'm Jennifer, this is Hector. We are we're medical providers, and we're going to be the medical personnel with you all day from start to finish. We hope that you don't need us, but we are here, ready, willing, and able. Whatever you need, please don't hesitate. Looking forward to a great day, and thank you for the privilege for serving all of you today. Take care.
Thank you, Jen, bus one. Thank you, Hector, bus two. Okay, personal property, cameras, bags, and so on. You can leave them on the bus. When you sit on the bus, that will be your seat for the day. Your property is perfectly safe and secure. Wheelchairs. A wheelchair is a wheelchair. You don't own that wheelchair, but you are responsible for a wheelchair. So when you are assisting your veteran taking a wheelchair, just grab the closest wheelchair, please. Okay. Very important part of the day. Roll call. When we're on that bus, and before we leave, we're holding a roll call. Let's try to keep the chit-chat to a minimum, and let's pay attention. When you hear your veteran's name called, please respond loud and clear so that we can get on our way. We don't want to leave any veterans back at different sites. In fact, we never have. We have lost a film crew though, so. Okay.
All checks and carry-on baggage is subject to search.
Thank you. Okay, Arlington National Cemetery. We're all going to have the privilege of watching the changing of the guard today. Let's be respectful. Let's be quiet. No laughing. In fact, if you can, please stand at that moment. And please remove your hats at those times to show respect to our soldiers and to the tomb of the unknown soldier. And finally, mark the date, Saturday, August 2nd. That will be the reunion. And the reunion will be an opportunity for you and family members that did not escort you today to join in the celebration of your day with Honor Flight. So having said that, are there any questions? That's a good question, thank you. The reunion will be at the American Air Power Museum on New Highway in Farmingdale. We have a wonderful relationship with the Air Power Museum, and it's one of the most historical places here on Long Island that our World War II veterans, Korean War and Vietnam veterans can identify with. In fact, I would recommend attending that museum, if you haven't, to frequent it as often as possible. Thank you, everyone. Back to Bill.
Thank you, Roger. Last but not least, boarding is scheduled to begin at 10:20. So chill for a little bit. Please make sure that you take advantage of the restrooms here. Have some more donuts if you want, or whatever. And